Flashback.
Today we'll be talking about the flaws of Disney, DC, and Marvel, because honestly, what are they doing? Disney and Marvel feels as groundbreaking and interesting as Endgame, and a lot of fan favorites are dead, their story is done, and they're now watered down versions of themselves, or they're now just retired, which all suck.
End of Flashback.
I've eaten my words. I still think Disney is absolute crap when they pull it together with the new Lilo and Stitch movie, but DC and Marvel are so back. Hello and welcome to Tea Time with Ghost, a show where I drink tea and talk about my opinions even though nobody asks for them. I'm your host Ghost, and today I will be talking about my thoughts on Thunderbolts as well as the upcoming DC and Marvel projects. Let's get into it. I watched Thunderbolts around the time it first came out, and I honestly didn't expect too much, and I was greatly surprised at how good it actually was. I literally only went to see it because I was trying to get more into Marvel. I didn't expect to get attached to the whole team and fall in love with Bob and his relationship with Yelena. I honestly can't wait to see more of them. I love them so much. I really love how they handled Yelena in this movie. She felt extremely relatable, honestly, especially with her scenes with Alexei. That being said, I don't like how they handled Alexei and everything he's done. I feel like we needed more of a confrontational moment. A moment where he genuinely shows remorse for what he's put both Yelena and Natasha through. And that's coming from an Alexei fan, okay? I love this man. But genuinely, it makes me upset to think about. They shrugged off everything he did way too fast, and Yelena is still clearly feeling the effects. They did focus on the loss of her sister and how she feels like she's evil and all the bad things she's done rather than the experimentation and abuse, but none of this would have happened if Alexei and Milena, or whatever her name is, I kind of forgot, didn't put them through that. Like, defend the two all you want. They didn't know what was gonna happen to them. But when they did know what Yelena went through, did she get a true apology? In Black Widow, when she was upset about everything, this big dumb egg just started singing, and she ate that right up, and she was just like, okay, I guess you're cool, and started singing with him. Like, huh? I think that's the most unrealistic part about Yelena. Even if she was a forgiving person, because many people are, forgiveness still takes time, and she clearly still has scars and memories from what Alexei put her through. And just because he didn't know what she would go through exactly, it is still his fault. That's not a good excuse. I didn't know isn't a good excuse. If someone slapped you and didn't say sorry because they didn't know it would hurt, you'd be just upset. You'd be upset too. And I'm just so confused because emotions don't work like that. Not for me, at least. And I can't see Alexei taking accountability in Doomsday because of how much drama that will be happening. Like, what time will we have for that? Also, I don't like how he just disappeared from Yelena's life after Natasha died. I thought you didn't want to see me. Isn't a good excuse. That is what you thought. You didn't take time to check in and ask what she really needed. And I know technically it isn't all him, but like, come on. If you cared about these girls, which you say you do, and this weird guy wants you to give them to him and ship them away to some weird place, wouldn't you get suspicious? Hello? Alright, I'm editing this video right now, so while I'm editing, I'm rewatching all the clips of the movie and stuff, and I'm just so confused. Where did you think Natasha and Yelena were being sent? Natasha is literally here crying, bro. She's crying, saying, I don't want to go back there. You can't send Yelena there, she's only 6. What do you think they're doing to them for her to be crying like that? And you're just like, oh, it's okay, you'll be fine. They're just being dramatic because they're kids, and yeah, kids are like really dramatic. But like, still, what is wrong with you? That's, oh my god, that makes me so mad. Anyway, back to the video, bye. He was blinded by his own quote-unquote fame and fortune, and is currently still dreaming about back in the day, aka his glory days, the best days of his life, including Yelena and Natasha's suffering without his knowledge. Oh my god! He's so stuck up in how he feels and what he wants and wishes. He's too blind to see the suffering of his own quote-unquote daughter, to the point she has to spell it out for him. And in some instances, when she does, bro just starts singing. Okay. Alright, okay. I'm being just a tad bit dramatic. Just a tad. Just a smidge. Because that's not even the worst part of this movie. The way they handled Taskmaster is just so wrong. All of this in Black Widow to save her, only for her to die instantly. What the heck? Anyway, that's literally all I have to say about Taskmaster. Rest in peace, you will be missed. Also, Valentina, I don't like her, which is good because she's a villain, but she's such a coward. Bro got everyone doing her work for her. Anyway, I know I've been complaining a lot, but I genuinely really like this movie. John Walker is an idiot, which is funny, despite me being on the fence about his character. I still enjoyed his like one-offs and commentary. Alexia is just as funny as well, and I want to see more of Ghost because they really didn't do anything with her character. Like, I kind of want to see more of her. I feel like she should be my favorite just because like we got the same name. So, and as I mentioned before, I love Bob and Yelena. Actually, I love their whole family dynamic. I love the whole team. I cried when they all hugged Bob, and then John was like, you did great out there, Bobby. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I love them. I love them so much. And the after credit scenes had me so hyped, especially when I saw what was in them. When I was in the theater and I saw that 4, I was like, oh, mom, oh my god, Bob, look, it's a Fantastic Four. It's a Fantastic Four logo. Oh my god, they're gonna ah. And my mom was like, Jesus Christ, the kid is a freaking weirdo. As for my thoughts on the movie as a whole, I personally think it was just slightly overhyped. I was expecting to see a 10 out of 10 movie, but I give it an 8 out of 10. It was good. It provoked an emotion that wasn't boredom, which is always a good sign. And I also got attached to the main characters. I honestly couldn't care less about Valentina, and I low-key think her assistant will be playing a bigger role soon. Maybe that's just me. Moving on to the future of DC and Marvel. Starting off with DC. As we all know, the new Superman movie is coming out in July. And from what I've seen in the trailers, I'm actually so hyped. I haven't been this hyped for anything DC since the Penguin show. And that show was genuinely horrifying, but like in the best way possible. Please watch it. Please. Now, I might be slightly biased. The first DC thing I've ever watched willingly was the Supergirl CW show. So seeing Superman and eventually Supergirl being upcoming movies got me extra hype, alright? I tried to get through the DC movies from the Snyderverse, and I watched one. The others I couldn't get through. And the one I watched was genuinely so bad, I don't even remember what it was. Normally when I finish watching movies, I'm instantly liking every edit I see of it. I didn't even research or talk about this movie after. I'm pretty sure it damaged my relationship with DC for a bit. So seeing a Superman that's really Superman, and that's really Clark Kent, and a Lois who isn't afraid to ask the hard-hitting questions and bully Superman, and the way he changes from Clark to Superman, oh my god! I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped for everything. James Gunn, you have all my faith. It's in your hands. Don't let me down, sir. Please don't let me down. I have so much faith in you. Also, the upcoming Batman 2022 sequel, Matt Reeves, don't let me down, please. I shouldn't feel so comfortable putting my faith in a man, but you guys have proven yourself time and time again. I'll go more into depth when the movies actually come out, unless there's like interesting trailers that I need to talk about, but until then, I'm probably just gonna not talk about it until the movies come out. But for now, let's talk about Marvel once again. I personally have not watched all the Fantastic Four movies. I watched one a while back on a messed up disc, so it skipped a lot of the context, but am I still hyped? Yes, I am super hyped. I was a bit concerned when Johnny's actor Joseph Quinn started commenting on how he isn't gonna be like Chris Evans' Johnny, cause like from what I've seen and all the edits I've watched, I really did like his Johnny Storm. But you know what? I have faith. I've seen the trailers, I have faith in this new Fantastic Four. I'm actually a fan of the casting of all the characters. I was a bit on the fence with Pedro Pascal playing Mr. Fantastic. Why? I can't really put my finger on it, and I genuinely really do like Pedro. Even though I haven't watched much of his stuff, I've seen edits of him and stuff, and honestly, he seems super funny and sweet, and I really like him, but I don't know, something is just off. I hope it doesn't stay off. As for the thing's design, I didn't really care for it at first, but now it's kind of growing on me, and I don't really have any negative thoughts about Sue. I'm hyped for this movie. Not as hyped as I am for Superman, but I'm seeing both on theaters the day it comes out, so you'll probably see my reaction at some point. I don't really have much more to say about Fantastic Four since I'm not too familiar with the team and their villains, so let's move on to Doomsday. I'm afraid I'm gonna be bawling in the theater. What do you mean the original X-Men are coming back? If Hugh Jackman doesn't get casted, I'm throwing a fit. You all know how I feel about that man. We need him back as Wolverine. Also, I was super shocked seeing Magneto and Charles confirm their return. They're both like 80. Oh my god. And still looking in such good health actually makes me so happy. I was like super confused, so I was like, wait, they're coming back? Are they super old? And then I looked it up, I was like, oh my god, they're literally both 80 something. So that like freaked me out a lot, but like they seem fine, so I'm happy. I'm still super worried about Hugh Jackman getting casted or not. RDJ is coming back, and that's super cool. And I love him, but I want Wolverine. Okay, enough about the hype. I'm honestly kind of sort of afraid they're gonna just try and bait us with nostalgia. You know I love Hugh Jackman, but Deadpool and Wolverine really feels like, oh, here's all your favorite actors and nothing else. Like, there's good parts, the movie was decent, but I'm telling you, it wouldn't have been as hyped if it didn't have Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, Wesley Snipes, Daphne Keane, Chris Evans, Channing Tatum, and Jennifer Garner. It would not be so talked about and loved. Nothing about this movie was revolutionary, except the fact that this movie had Deadpool and Wolverine on screen in live action together, and Channing Tatum finally got his shot being Gambit. Anyway, I think... Huh? Hello? Who is this? Oh. Okay. So, I just got word that this video is sponsored by absolutely nobody. I'm promoting myself. I want to start selling cute little clay pins, so I opened a Ko-fi, or Ko-fi, whatever, however you say it, where you can see all my concept designs and vote on polls on which ones you like best, and give me extra feedback if you want. And if you're able, you can make a donation to help me pay for supplies, and if not, that's fine too. Just go to kofi.com/Yadanya_O and follow me. Anyway, back to the video. As I was saying before, despite all the hype I have about this movie and the future of Marvel as a whole, the back of my mind is always, Disney's gonna come in and ruin it. I've already heard rumors that Disney dislikes the way that Marvel is heading, which is good for us, because we all know when Disney is in charge, it's hell. Like, what has been going on? But if they put their foot down and step in, we're screwed. Now, could I be wrong in Disney having the final say with Marvel's creative projects? Yes, but I think it's a big possibility. I don't have much more to say about Doomsday, so I think I'll wait until some trailers come out before I talk about it more, unless there's more updates before that. I'm very excited to see this in theaters. I didn't get to experience Endgame in theaters because I wasn't a big Marvel fan back then, so getting to experience something similar got me excited. And I don't really have any thoughts on the upcoming Spider-Man movie, and talking about Beyond the Spider-Verse feels kind of useless, since we don't even know if it's gonna see the light of day. So that should be all for now. I love you all, stay determined, and have a miraculous day. Go Stout.